The 6'4" Power Stroke is that tatted up goth chick. I can fix her. It is the strongest Power Stroke. Under its skirt lies the most power-capable rotating assembly found in any diesel pickup. But she's got some problems. She likes to crack pistons. That's what everybody likes to throw out there. However, the pistons are actually stronger than a lot of previous year Duramaxes, but they have piezo injectors. And piezo injectors, when they open, they fire a really strong flame front. And if you get aggressive with the timing, it'll spray outside the bowl, start a little fracture, turns into a crack. Boom, you got a cracked piston. Solution, just don't get carried away with your timing. Don't run a wild tune. Size your injectors properly. And remember that they are piezos, not solenoids, so the timing has to be a tad bit less aggressive because they open that much faster. Front cover cavitation. This one's obvious. We know that cavitation occurs when fluid reaches its bubble point, the point at which the pressure and heat is no longer good enough to keep it in a liquid phase, so it tries to transition to its gas phase, creating bubbles, and those bubbles act like bullets inside of the coolant stream and cause this cavitation. So it could be as simple as running an ELC, something that has a higher bubble point, or you could get rid of the EGR coolers, but that's illegal. Watch your engine oil temperatures, watch your engine coolant temperatures, make sure they travel together, try to ensure that they're not clogged with shit. And a coolant filter is also, it's gonna do good because it's gonna help keep the contaminants from building up inside of these little fins inside of these coolers. Another thing you can do is get rid of the stock turbos. Because these wheels are so small, they spin at a very high rate and they're cooled by the oil, and the oil is gonna carry a lot of that temperature from the turbos and transfer that to the engine, your engine oil cooler. So you could get some KCs with some bigger wheels, or you could switch to a single. Now there's some trade-offs, right? The KC is gonna have more power, but with more power, you always sacrifice a little bit of reliability. You get a single, that's gonna be cooler, but you're also, you have to give up some of that lower end power that only twin turbos or the dual turbos can give you. What about the valve train? Now, 6'4s are notorious for having shitty rockers. So there's an engineering fix, but these are like $3,000, and you could buy 10 sets of valves, sell 10 sets of rocker arms, and why would you buy the expensive ass valve covers when it's not that hard to change your whole valve or rocker arm assembly? That's a no-brainer. It's there, but I would just, it's a wear item. 150,000, you're gonna have to buy new, just whatever. What about if it's making oil? That's again due to the piezos, because the way they shut off is very slow. They slam open, but then they bleed slow, and it's gonna let some fuel blast. And then you also have your regen that happens on 7 and 8, gonna wash the cylinders with diesel fuel mixed with your oil. You're gonna lose the lubricity properties of that oil if you do that. So a good fast pump to ensure there's no contaminants, because contaminants are gonna hold the injectors open even worse than the piezos already do. Delete it if you can. And then just stay up on your maintenance, because as that oil loses lubricity, you don't wanna keep running it as the lubricity in the engine, because you're just gonna wear bearings and prematurely wear out an engine.